There are Cadillacs sitting on used lots right now for half of what they should cost. Cars that outlast vehicles twice the price, and almost nobody is buying them. Most buyers walk right past these and end up overpaying for something worse. They see the wrong year, the wrong model name, or a reputation they heard about secondhand, and they miss some of the best cars Cadillac ever built. Most people buying a car this week will make that mistake. You don't have to. I've spent years working on these cars. I know exactly which ones the market is getting wrong. And today, I'm giving you 5 Cadillacs that are absolute gold mines, if you know what to look for. Let's get into it. Number 5, the 2014 to 2016 Cadillac ATS 2.0T. Mention the ATS to most buyers and they immediately bring up timing chain problems, carbon buildup, early reliability issues, and they are not wrong about the 2013. The first year ATS had documented problems with the 2-liter turbo that showed up in owner forums and repair shops consistently. That reputation attached itself to the entire ATS nameplate, and it never really let go. The 2014 and 2015 are different cars. GM addressed the early production issues. The PCV system calibration that accelerated carbon buildup on the first-year cars was revised. The timing chain tensioner specification was updated through service bulletins. By 2016, the ATS was the car it should have always been. Here's what the market still does not fully understand. The ATS 2.0T was built on the Alpha platform, the same rear-wheel drive architecture that underlies the Camaro. It was tuned on the Nürburgring. It competes directly with the BMW 3 Series and the Audi A4 on driving dynamics. Brembo brakes on the higher trims, magnetic ride control available, a genuinely sporting sedan that Cadillac built to prove they could play at the highest level of the compact luxury segment. I had a customer last year who almost passed on a 2015 ATS 2.0T performance because he'd read about ATS timing chain issues online. He almost bought a base 3 Series at $20,000 instead. He bought the ATS for $9,000. Same class, same driving experience, less than half the price. He came back 4 months later and told me he felt foolish for almost walking away from it. What to look for? Target 2014 and newer specifically. 2013 is the highest risk year and not worth the gamble regardless of price. Documented oil change history is non-negotiable. Skip that step and you could be buying a timing chain that's already stretching. A $3,000 problem you inherit from the previous owner. Check the Q touchscreen for responsiveness before you buy. Have the intake valves inspected if the car is over 60,000 miles. Ignore the carbon buildup and you're 6 months away from chasing misfire codes across 3 different shops. Full synthetic oil history only. This engine rewards it and punishes the alternative. A clean 2014 to 2016 ATS 2.0T runs $8,000 to $12,000 right now. This is a Nürburgring-tuned sports sedan with Brembo brakes for the price of a used Civic. The reputation lag on this car is working entirely in your favor, and that's exactly why these are still sitting on lots right now. Now this next one gets ignored for a completely different reason. Number 4, the 2016 to 2018 Cadillac XTS. The XTS has an image problem that has nothing to do with the car itself. It is full size, it is quiet, it is comfortable, it does not look aggressive. Nobody gets excited about it at a car show. Buyers who want something sporty walk past it. Younger buyers think it is their grandfather's Cadillac, and the market prices it like both of those things are problems. $10,000 to $14,000 for a car that's stickered at $46,000 to $70,000 when it was new. That image problem is your discount. Here's what those buyers are missing. The 2016 to 2018 XTS with the base 3.6-liter V6 is one of the most mechanically straightforward Cadillacs ever built. No active fuel management, no turbochargers, no complex air suspension. The 3.6-liter LFX in this generation is a naturally aspirated engine with a long track record of high mileage durability. I've seen these cross 200,000 miles on nothing but oil changes and routine maintenance. The transmission is the same proven unit used across the GM full-size lineup. The XTS is longer than a BMW 5 Series. The interior is genuinely luxurious. Cut leather, real wood trim, available massage seats, a Bose audio system that is still excellent. The ride quality is in a different category from anything else at this price point. This car was positioned to compete with the Mercedes E-Class and the Lexus ES. It's now available for the price of a base Corolla. One note on the V-Sport trim. The XTS V-Sport has the 3.6-liter twin-turbo, making 410 horsepower. That engine is significantly more complex and has timing chain vulnerabilities that the base 3.6 does not share. For a used buyer who wants reliability and value, target the non-V-Sport trims with the naturally aspirated engine. That is where the gold mine lives. What to look for? Check transmission fluid service history. The 8-speed and 2016 and newer models shudders when the fluid has been neglected. GM's own technical service bulletin calls for a drain and fill at 97,500 miles under normal driving conditions. Earlier if the car's been used for towing or stop and go. Ignore it and you're buying a rough transmission that will cost $400 to fix or $1,000 to live with. Test every electronic feature before you sign anything. The Q system improved significantly on this generation, but screen issues still show up on higher mileage examples. Each one is a negotiating chip. Verify the power liftgate operation, and test the V-Sport badge before you commit. If you're not sure which engine is under the hood, check the VIN or ask a mechanic. The twin-turbo and the naturally aspirated 3.6 look nearly identical from the outside. This is the one you buy if you want a genuine full-size luxury at a price that makes no sense for what you're getting. That image problem is the only reason this car is still cheap. Number 3, the 2016 to 2018 Cadillac CT6 with the 3.6-liter V6. The CT6 failed in the market, not because it was a bad car, because Cadillac could not get buyers to take it seriously against the BMW 7 Series and the Mercedes S-Class. The badge worked against them. The price was not high enough for buyers who wanted European prestige, and it was too high for buyers who just wanted a Cadillac. It sold in small numbers, got discontinued, and disappeared. Here's the part most buyers miss entirely. What it left behind is one of the most underpriced luxury sedans in the used market. The CT6 is Cadillac's full flagship, built on an all-new platform using multi-material construction, aluminum, steel, and carbon fiber. That kept the weight down to nearly the same as the mid-size CTS despite being a much larger car. Rear-wheel drive, available all-wheel drive, 40 inches of rear legroom, 12-speaker Bose audio system standard, Super Cruise hands-free highway driving available on later models, a rear camera mirror that shows you a wide-angle view of what's behind the car even with a full passenger load. The 3.6-liter LGX V6 I am recommending here is the same engine that is proving itself in the XT5 at 150,000 miles and beyond. This is the naturally aspirated version, not the 3.0 twin-turbo. The twin-turbo is a more complex used car purchase. The 3.6 gives you 95% of the CT6 experience with a proven powertrain and straightforward maintenance. I had a customer who looked at a 2017 CT6 3.6 all-wheel drive alongside a comparable 2017 BMW 740i. The BMW was $38,000. The CT6 was $15,000. He drove both back to back. He told me afterward that the CT6 was quieter, rode better, and felt more substantial. He bought the CT6. He's put 40,000 miles on it without a single unplanned repair. What to look for? The CT6 was built in relatively small numbers. Used supply is limited and clean examples move fast. Verify that the Super Cruise system is functioning if equipped. Dealer activation lapses on used transfers and reactivation costs money. Check the air suspension operation on AWD models. A failed air suspension component on a CT6 is not cheap. And confirm the rear camera mirror is working before purchase. These cars are rare enough that skipping a pre-purchase inspection is not an option. Clean 2016 to 2018 CT6 3.6 examples run $13,000 to $18,000. This is the most car per dollar anywhere in the used luxury market. The market missed what this car was when it was new. That is your gain. Number 2, the 2017 to 2019 Cadillac XT5. The XT5 gets called boring. And honestly, it is. It doesn't have the muscle of an Escalade or the sports sedan heritage of the CTS. There's nothing about it that makes you want to take a photo. Buyers shopping for something interesting scroll past it. That is exactly why it belongs on this list. The most reliable Cadillacs are never the exciting ones. The XT5 represents Cadillac getting the crossover formula completely right after years of getting it wrong. The 3.6-liter LGX V6 in this car is a ground-up revision from the 3.6 applications that caused so many problems in the SRX. Redesigned timing chain architecture, revised direct injection calibration, tightened manufacturing tolerances. Owners who maintain these cars properly are crossing 150,000 miles without powertrain repairs. Some are at 200,000. This was the #1 best-selling Cadillac model in the United States for multiple consecutive years. That matters for used buyers in a specific way. Parts availability is excellent. Independent mechanics know this car thoroughly. Dealership service familiarity is higher than almost any other Cadillac on this list. Ownership costs are lower because the ecosystem around this car is mature. The XT5 is quiet, comfortable, and well-built. The post-2017 Q infotainment system works the way it should. The cabin materials hold up over time. The all-wheel drive system is proven. This is a vehicle that disappears into the background of daily ownership in exactly the way a good daily driver should. Target 2018 and newer to avoid the brake fluid recall on early 2017 production. Verify transmission fluid service history. The 8-speed in these cars need a drain and fill at 45,000 miles to stay smooth. Skip it, and you are inheriting a shudder that should have been a $90 service. A clean 2018 XT5 runs $13,000 to $17,000. A 2025 XT5 at the dealer starts at $45,000. You're getting the same engine, the same platform, and the same daily driving experience for a third of the price. And that is exactly why these are still sitting on lots right now. Nobody gets excited enough to notice the value. The cars people get excited about are the ones that break. This is the one that doesn't. This is the one you buy if you want a Cadillac crossover that simply refuses to give you a problem. Boring is the point. Number 1, the 2015 to 2017 Cadillac Escalade ESV. This was a $95,000 luxury SUV. You can now buy one for under $20,000, and the only reason it is that cheap is for something that costs less than a set of tires to fix. People are scared of this truck because of the active fuel management system on the 6.2-liter V8, and they're not wrong to be cautious. The AFM deactivation lifters have a documented failure mode that runs $4,000 to $8,000 to repair when it happens. That reputation has hammered the resale value of these trucks and kept buyers away in large numbers. The result is a $75,000 to $95,000 vehicle available at a fraction of its original price. Here's what most buyers don't understand. People are avoiding this truck not because it is bad, but because they do not understand the problem. The AFM issue is not a mystery, and it is not expensive to prevent. A range technology AFM disabler plugs into the OBD2 port under the dash and tells the engine control module to keep all 8 cylinders active all the time. $270. Install it the week you buy the car. The failure mode that scared buyers away from this truck essentially disappears. What's left is an Escalade ESV, the most recognizable luxury SUV in America, at a fraction of what it should cost. What you're left with is the most capable, most recognizable, most status-laden luxury SUV in America, the Escalade ESV. The long wheelbase version with actual third-row legroom, cargo space behind that third row, and nearly 4 feet of space between the front and rear doors. The 6.2-liter V8 makes 420 horsepower, towing capacity at 8,300 pounds, magnetic ride control suspension, a fully redesigned interior from the 2015 overhaul that was genuinely competitive with anything in the full-size luxury segment when it launched. I had a customer who came in weighing a new Tahoe against a used Escalade ESV. The new Tahoe was $58,000. The Escalade ESV was $22,000. I told him the only decision that made sense was the Escalade with an AFM disabler installed immediately. He had the same conversation I'm having with you right now. He bought the Escalade. He comes in every 5,000 miles for an oil change. Nothing else has needed attention in 30,000 miles. What to look for? Pull service records and verify oil changes at 5,000 miles or less. That one detail tells you almost everything about how this engine was treated. Listen for a cold start tick that does not clear within 2 minutes. That's an AFM lifter showing its wear pattern, and that means either walking away or negotiating a significant discount before you agree to anything. Check all 3 rows of seat heaters. Electrical gremlins on these are common and cheap, but useful on price negotiation. Run the VIN through the NHTSA database for the airbag recall on some 2015 and 2016 models, and install the AFM disabler the same day you take delivery, not the following week, the same day. This is the one maintenance step that separates Escalade owners who stay happy from the ones who end up in my shop with an $8,000 problem. A well-maintained 2015 to 2017 Escalade ESV runs $18,000 to $26,000 depending on mileage and trim. The $95,000 Platinum version is available at the lower end of that range when it comes up. The depreciation already happened on someone else's watch. You're buying it at the bottom. Nobody in the parking lot knows what you paid for it. They just see the Escalade. Which of these are you considering? Drop your model and your budget in the comments. Tell me what you're looking at, and I'll tell you exactly what to check before you buy. Hit like and subscribe. More real-world Cadillac buying advice every week.